welcome to Graphy Books. This is my first long form video. It's my second video actually, but I just wanted to come and I wanted to post videos about books that I read. And I'm a Christian, I'm a teen Christian, right? So I don't want stuff in my book. And I thought, like, there's a lot of people I know that are like me. I have a bunch of friends that are like me, and I figured there's people online that gotta be like me, right? And so here I am gonna post the theme. The reason that I actually came on here and just like started it. The reason I started it because I've contemplated it forever. Well, we're getting to the end of the year, right? November's almost over, into December, the last month. Okay. My goal on Goodreads was 100 books because usually I get like 120 every year, but this year I am only at 79 books, which means I have 21 books to read in 35 days. And I don't know about you, but I'm quite the mood reader. Some weeks I will read 7 books, a book a day. Some weeks I'll read no books. That doesn't often happen, but it does happen. Most of the time I read like 1 or 2 books a week. That's like my average, I think. But I don't really have that time. I need to be reading almost a book every other day. I'm going to be showing you the books that I'm planning on reading and some Christmas recommendations. There's a lot of books that I'm going to be reading from Oceana's Gotta Read 'Em All, her YouTube account, because I love her. I love her book recommendations. She has basically the same. She's a Christian. So she recommended a lot of Christmas and a lot of just the other ones. And so a lot of the books I'm going to be saying basically are hers. Basically, I'm just going to kind of tell you what I'm going to be reading. First book I have on like the list, I won't be reading it first, but it's just my list, right? The first book I have is The Lost Manuscript by Mollie Rushmeyer, and I honestly couldn't tell you what it's about. I don't know what it's about, but I really wanted to read this because I just read Mollie's only other book, because she only has 2 books. It's really sad because I loved the other one. First book in and I'm already distracted. But The Bookshop of Secrets, I totally recommend this book. It's amazing. It has Christian values. The book itself is just absolutely incredible. I completely adored it. Look it up if you like. Basically, it's about this girl, and she basically was trafficked for 10 years, and so she's kind of on the run. She doesn't want to have to deal with it. Her parents died at a young age, and she comes to this bookshop looking for books that someone she cared about left her when she died. And so she meets this old man and his wife, and there also is a love story, and the guy is just so completely gentle, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Amazingly written. You can tell that this author has read all of the old ones, Jane Eyre, Jane Austen, Anne of Green Gables too, and that's what hooked me, is she liked Anne of Green Gables, and I love Anne of Green Gables. Anyway, The Lost Manuscript, same book. Hopefully it's just as amazing. We'll find out. Next is Silent Night, Holy Night, All is Calm, All is Bright, Colleen Coble. These are just little novellas. I love Colleen Coble. I've read probably too many of her books. I love them a lot. They are, none of them are like outstanding books, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of them got to 5 stars, but they were all solid 3 and 4s. And honestly, I like consistency, and when I pick up a Colleen Coble book, I know that's going to be like, okay, I know that I'm going to at least like it, and that's what I'm looking for in books sometimes. So these 2 books are quite small. It's actually 4 books. They're little novellas, just about Christmas. My guess is also like murder mystery, like the usual Colleen Coble books. So if you're looking for Christmas books for the holidays that are kind of spooky, then there was you. This book was recommended by Oceana, and I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot, and then I feel like it's going to kind of get old, and then I feel like it's just going to be whatever, guys. Hold on. Don't judge me, okay? It's going to be fine. Then there was you. All I know is I saw it in a video, and it's supposed to be kind of enemies to lovers, which I like enemies to lovers, because I like the banter, and I myself am quite a banterer. So I like it. It's the only one I could find is, because I get these all from the library. I'm not rich. The only one I could find is large print. The only one I can find is large print. And so I kind of hate reading large print books, but I think I'll end up reading it. Oh, and it's by Kira Isaac. While we're here, The Bridge by Karen Kingsbury. I read this the other night. I started it at 11 at night and I finished at 2 a.m. Started and finished. I read Angels Walking by Karen Kingsbury. That was my first Karen Kingsbury book and I loved it. It was so amazing. I almost read it in one sitting just like I did this one. And then I've been reading others of hers and I'm like, okay, they're all kind of mediocre, right? Like, I didn't love them, but I loved this one. I really, really love this one. Not quite 5 stars, but if I could do a 4.5 stars, I totally would, because that's what this would be. It's basically about these, it's basically about this boy and a girl, and they kind of fell in love in college, but they were just friends, like they didn't tell each other. And then fast forward, I think this is like 7 years, I could be wrong, but then their paths kind of cross again, and you go from present to past, and it's really good. Usually I don't like flashbacks, but this was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. I recommend it for the Christmas time, because it's a Christmas book as well. And it's definitely clean, totally clean, and all the things. Deadly Proof. Okay, here's the thing. Looking at this right now, I had no idea this was in my stack. I don't know where I found it from. I'm guessing my local library, but I'm not even like 100% sure. Let's see. This says, standing for what's right could cost her everything. Gonna read that. Hopefully it's good. Outbreak by Bunn. This I know for sure I got at a library because I was like, is that blood? I think it is. The danger hasn't passed. It's just changed locations. I don't know about you, but that hooked me. Again, I don't know what it's about, but it's gonna be good, I hope. Even if Swans, Colleen Coble. I picked this up at the library, and I picked it up many, many times before, and I've never read it. I'm hoping to read it. A beautiful woman stands by the side of the road, barefoot, bleeding, a child in her arms. Someone just tried to kill her, but she wouldn't recognize him if she saw his face. She doesn't even remember her own name. Sounds amazing, right? Why can't I pick it up? You tell me. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna read it. Colleen Coble, again. Heaven Sent Rain. This was definitely from the library. I can't remember what it's about. All I remember is sounds sad. Right now I don't want any sad books, so I honestly might kick this one to the curb. By Lauraine Snelling, and that's nothing against her because I've never read it. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. Hopefully I'll read it. It looks good. Like, I like the cover, I like the name, and maybe it's just I'm a mood reader, okay? I just don't feel like reading it right now. Life After. This. Okay. I'm a sucker for like these types of covers. These are the type of covers I like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like artistic photographs. I think they're nice. I don't really know what this is about, but set in winter, so it's like kind of Christmas. 21 books I have to read. Oh, Ivy Hill Christmas. I picked this up just because it said Christmas and it's a Christian book, so those are the only 2 reasons. I don't even think I read this on the back. To me, it looks like an older book, which I like older books. All of the books that I've been stacking on this side just fell. Formula of Deception. I also don't, I think this was from the library. It might have been a recommendation I got. I'm not 100% sure. After the Murder for Twin Sisters. So that also sounds like another sad-ish book, but then, ooh, it's in Alaska. I really like Alaska for no reason other than the fact that there's a lot of snow and it's cold, which I like the snow and cold because I'm a naturally like warm person. I'm always hot. So in the cold, I'm not as cold as other people. I'm kind of like average, so I kind of like it. Also, Formula of Deception. Good name. She's running, I think. How is her hair so perfect if she's running? Anyway, I like the green of the formula and then the green on her jacket and then like the blue. It just sounds good. It's by Carrie Stuart Parks. There's no picture of her anywhere. Is that not, like, I feel like they always have pictures, right? Cold Light of Day in Alaska. Whoa, Alaska. I know. This one actually was recommended to me by Goodreads because I was reading another book and it was like, you might like this one. And I was like, okay, sounds good to me. Ooh, this book is thick and it doesn't even fall, so you know it's a good, like, sturdy book. This is The Noble Masquerade by Kristi and Hunter. It was also in a recommendation book by Oshina. Gotta read them all. Yes, I'm recommending books, and I'm also recommending her channel in this video. That's what I'm doing. Watch her channel because I love her. Anyway, she ran into this. I actually, for some reason, don't like historical fictions that are, like, written today. I like the ones that are written more in that time or longer ago because, I don't know, the language is just more, I don't know, it feels like better accurate, I guess. I don't know, but she recommended this one. She said she laughed a lot. I like laughing. Okay. Dear Henry, Love Edith by Becca Kinger. Also was in a Oshina Gotta Read 'em All video. Yeah. She said she really liked this book, and I believe she said it was kind of like You've Got Mail, the movie, which is my almost all-time favorite movie. All-time favorite rom-com for sure. I just loved the story a lot because it's set in New York in the 90s. It has all the best music that I love. I love New York in the 90s, just period. So yeah, and this is apparently kind of the same, not vibe, I wouldn't say, but like the same premise, I've heard. Do not quote me on that, okay? This is a thick book. And I also left my receipt in here. This is called The Last Song, and it's a large print book, okay? So it's not like it's, I feel like it'd usually be like this much smaller. Got that knocked off. It's not that much, okay? This is like a thick thing, and since I'm trying to read 21 books, I might honestly just screw this one and put another one in its place. But also, there's a guy on the back, and the only other person I know that just outright puts their face on the back is Kingsbury. She just puts her face there. Anyway, here's his face. Here's this freaking thick book, Aftermath, Terri Blackstock. I really, really love Terri Blackstock. I have read many of her books. I've read If I Run. I have all of 3 of them right here. And I've also read Last Light. It's also on my bookshelf. I love her books. I'm hoping that this is good. We'll see, okay? We'll see. Anne's House of Dreams. I said I love Anne of Green Gables. I really, really do. This is Anne's House of Dreams. This is technically the 4th-ish. You know, if you read Anne of Green Gables, you know that it's kind of hard to figure out what order to read it in. But I'm reading it the way that Ellen Montgomery said to. So this is the 4th one. I really, really, really love the way she writes. I love the way Anne thinks, and I love it all, but for some reason I just can't seem to read this one. Honestly, I think it's because they're not giving me enough of Gilbert Blythe and Anne. Like, I want to see more of them being married, because it's kind of just like ish. You know what I'm saying? Terri Blackstock, Catching Christmas. Christmas book, pocket-ish sized. I absolutely love it when books are smaller. Like, not in this way, but like this way. Because I really, really just like it. It's easier to hold. It's cuter. I like tiny things just in general, like, you know, houses and stuff and whatnot. Anyway, Catching Christmas, Terri Blackstock. I have seen this all over Christian bookstores, libraries, everything, all year round, but I don't like celebrating Christmas, you know, before November. Halfway through November is usually when I'm like, okay, it's time. But I've seen that all over, so I kept taking photos with my phone. I mean, like, don't forget this book, read this book, and I didn't forget. So much so that I actually got 2 from the library. One that was this size and one that was like this much bigger because it was large print. So anyway, whoa, what's this? Terri Blackstock, Cape Refuge. I don't even think at the library when I got this, I don't even think I read what it was about. I just really like the cover for some reason. I like the vibes that it's giving. And Cape Refuge is a nice name. Terri Blackstock, I really like this too. So, yeah, we're gonna hope that's nice. Elegant Facade, which is second to this book, and I hoped that if this one was good, I'd want to read this one like soon after, so I just got both of them because I had to put them on hold at the library and get them from somewhere else, which usually takes like 4 days, and then I can't drive, so I have to ask my parents to go, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just be like, I'll get them both at the same time. the very, 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 very last one in my 21 books that I am hopefully going to read. I know for a fact that I'm not going to stay with these 21 books, especially with the ones that I said I wouldn't want to read. If I don't want to read them now, I'm pretty sure I won't be reading them. Sleigh Bells Ring by Renee Thane. Okay, here's the thing. When I picked this up, I was under the assumption that it was a Christian fiction, but I'm also not 100% sure it is anymore. And I actually started it. I really like the writing, but I'm gonna probably look it up and see if it's okay. That is the 21 books that I'm hoping to read in 35 days. So yeah, I hope you'll come along my journey, and I hope you stay even after the 35 days are over, and I definitely did not do it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No, I'm gonna read it, because if I don't, I'm literally gonna be super, like, mad at myself. So it's gonna happen, and what am I doing, you ask? I'm putting all the books up nicely because they're, like, scattered about my floor at the moment. But, yeah, I really am glad that you watched to the end, and I know that I'm saying that someone's watching the end, but I know for a fact no one's watching right now. So, no one's here, so hi, nobody. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you are here, you're a real one, man. Anyway, if you are here, I'm going to show you my shirt, actually. Look at this wonderfulness. Corey Kenshin merch. If you don't like Corey Kenshin, that's fine. I mean, it's okay. He's just a video game YouTuber, and he does horror, which I know is kind of controversial for Christians, so that's fine. Personally, I don't mind some horror. Usually, the really scary ones I have to watch with my brothers. Anyway, why am I talking about Corey Kenshin? Bye!